was the first Monday Night Raw of 2018, leaving us wanting more, or was it more than just an eyesore? This is the Brash and Brazen Show Entertainment, backed by popular demand, my views and my opinions of the Raw review, the Raw results, the Raw exchange, and what I would do to exchange the 3 hours that I'll never get back. Now, you see, the first Raw of 2018, you think the WWE would want to leave an impact, an emphatic statement. You think they would want you to, give you a reason to tune in from 1 hour to the next. Storylines, vignettes, promos. There are a couple takeaways. I'll admit, it wasn't a total dud. It wasn't a total loss. But I could have probably got back out at least an hour and a half of my time. You see, when you watch this Monday Night Raw and, you take away commercial breaks and, meaningless things. And listen, once again, I'm not taking anything away from the talent, the wrestlers, the girls, the stars, the superstars, the super duper stars. I am not taking anything away from them. But why do we have 10 or 20 or 30 creative writers when it's match after match after match with no motive? Nothing complex, nothing complicated, no reason, no rhyme. And these Raw reviews may seem the same each and every week because we're here talking about the same things over and over again. Now, once again, we're going to run through the show. It kicked off with Kurt Angle coming out. Well, it really started off with Alexa Bliss. She didn't want to face Asuka. A WrestleMania-worthy match. Now, I know the WWE didn't go all the way with these two. The WWE wanted to save it. These two could have went a lot. The match could have been a hell of a lot better. But since it was on Monday Night Raw, but you just thought, you were waiting for something big to happen. You were waiting for something monumental. And everyone's going to say, oh, well, the club, Finn Balor and his men, Gallows and Anderson, the club. Well, that was a highlight. I'll give you that. That was cool. That was nice. That was, good to switch things up. But once again, they just got back together. They just threw them together. No hype. Something as good as the club that's a unit and a faction and has, such history in the wrestling business. You would think that you would build something like that up, but instead they just throw it together. You had cruiserweight action. That was kind of off. Roman Reigns versus Samoa. I'm gonna get the good stuff out of the way first. The good stuff, because like I said, it was probably more bad than good. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Already the first Raw, a match of the year candidate, and I like the booking and the delivery of this contest. It made it look like Roman Reigns was going to get disqualified when Samoa Joe made Roman Reigns hit the official. It was on accident. It wasn't purposely done, but Roman Reigns pleaded with the official, please don't DQ me. So I liked the action there. I liked the booking there. It was good. Roman Reigns comes away with the victory. Many thought Roman Reigns was going to lose this match, quite frankly, so that way it didn't make Roman Reigns look weak, and it would make Roman Reigns look strong. But Samoa Joe still loses, takes a spear, 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds later, Samoa Joe's looking up at the lights. And remember, if you like and appreciate and listen to these Raw reviews, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and smash that bell and turn on all notifications, because I keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated on all the latest news, rumors, and headlines in WWE. Apollo Crews versus Bray Wyatt. We see Bray Wyatt get the victory after the match. Matt Hardy would pop up on the screen with a promo, and so far, I'll be honest, I'm intrigued. I liked the Broken Matt Hardy in TNA and Impact Wrestling, but so far it's fallen a little bit flat to me, this whole Matt Hardy thing. And once again, it's not on Matt Hardy. The writing, it's just you gotta give all reins to Matt Hardy, because I know Matt Hardy's more brilliant, more resilient. He's smarter than what we're seeing. Okay, so Jason Jordan versus Cesaro. The match was, listen, these matches are okay. They go from good to better to best to high performance. All right, these matches are good, but once again, you need a plot, you need a story, you need a twist, you need an angle, you need something, you need depth. We're not getting it here. And the bar would interrupt. Seth Rollins would come out, Sheamus would come out at the beginning of Monday Night Raw. And then, like I said, Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, that match could have been a heck of a lot better. Braun Strowman destroyed Rhino and Heath Slater. he obliterated them. And then the final segment, all right, and it would be 2-on-1. Braun Strowman would take out Rhino and Heath Slater, and but Kane comes out, and this whole build-up, Kane and Brock Lesnar, they've been in WWE for all these years. They've never faced off. They've never had a one-on-one match. They've never had a triple threat match. They've never had the Universal title on the line. They build all this up, right? Don't forget, and Elias was a highlight. I think it was a little off key with the Miztourage, but Elias is always entertaining to me. I'm an Elias fan. I'm an Elias mark, as they want to call it, whatever, dweeb or mark or smark or whatever you want to call it. But I'm a fan of Elias. We want Elias. That's what World Wrestling Entertainment, obviously stand for in 2018. But once again, if this video gets enough likes, views, comments, and shares on Facebook and Twitter, we'll continue this each and every week. Let's kick off 2018 with a bang. But the main event with Brock Lesnar coming out and Paul Heyman hyping it up and talking about the triple threat match and how it's not fair and how Brock Lesnar can face a challenger, not challengers, challenger. We got the gist. We got what was going behind Paul Heyman there. And then Kane would come out and Kane would just chokeslam Brock Lesnar like it was nothing, like it was easy. And then Kane was going to leave the ring. And then all of a sudden Brock Lesnar sits up like The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar sits up like Kane. And then Brock Lesnar and Kane are going at it. And then a bunch of superstars come out and make sure that, the main event for the Royal Rumble is saved. Where was Braun Strowman? Why wasn't Braun Strowman here? Did they do something off air? So I mean, at least they're still making Kane look strong. They're making Kane look dominant. So I understand that. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a 3-hour Raw, and there's literally 3 things that got me anticipated in a little bit off my couch. I rose up a couple times. I rose up when the club got back together. I rose up when Brock Lesnar and Kane, were in the main event. And then the Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe match, that goes without saying. The match was incredible. The match was great. The match took you on a roller coaster ride. No mistake about it. But once again, viewers and subscribers, when you're looking at the cruiserweight action, you're looking at a lot of filler. You're looking at a lot of things that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why is this match happening? What is the story behind it? What is the intrigue? Why are you wasting our time? But once again, viewers and subscribers, it's all about, I guess, just booking a Raw where a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, heck, at this point, a toddler could book Monday Night Raw. Well, we're going to put these 2 guys against each other. We're going to have this tag team match. We're going to have this non-title match. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And I like some of the hijinks with Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins, but it's nothing that was, exciting or compelling or, oh, my God, when I'm done watching Raw, my question at the end of that Raw is, would I watch it again? Would I watch it the next day? Because I know in the Attitude Era, I'd watch Raw, and then I'd watch it again the next night, and I might watch it a week later, the same Raw. And years later, I would watch a Ruthless Aggression Raw. I would watch an Attitude Era Raw. Hell, even some of the 90s Raws, as bad as they were with the mediocre characters and the cartoonish characters, some of those Raws I would watch because you had the Razor Ramones, the Shawn Michaels, the Bret Harts. You had the characters. You had good, strong characters. You had storyline development. Nowadays, everything's the same. Everything's vanilla. There's no storyline development. There's no progress. There's just, I don't know. It's like I said, Jason Jordan versus Cesaro, match was okay. Like I said, there's a lot of these matches were okay, but you have to get better than okay. And this first Raw of 2018 could have been a heck of a lot better. It really could have. And I know you really can't compare WWE today to the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era. I understand that. I get that. But you got to have some kind of standard. You got to set the bar somewhere here. The parameters. Viewers and subscribers, I don't know. I mean, I just think there could have been more done. I think there could have been more development. And, once again, the first Raw of the year, you want to, put this image, and WWE has had such a niche audience now. Those same 2-3 million people that tune in each week, they're going to keep tuning in. Oh, well, Christmas Raw, Sean. Christmas Raw. They all tuned in. Yeah, the same people. And the numbers were all right. The numbers were stable. But were they able? Were they able to keep up with the Ruthless Aggression or an Attitude Era Raw? No. It's the same people tuning in out of habit. Some of these people out of habit watching Monday Night Raw still. And like I said, I don't want to come on here and be all negative, and I don't want to be negative Nancy and naive. I don't want to come on here and blast Monday Night Raw. Like I said, there were a couple key things that I could go back and say, well, that was okay, and that was somewhat worth of watching. But as Raw as a whole, I just can't say, oh, well, that Raw was exciting, and it was in-depth, and it was thorough, and it was great. No. 3-hour Raw, you got to go from 10 stars because you can't go from 5 stars. SmackDown you could because it's 2 hours. You can get through a SmackDown a little bit easier, but with the writing so subpar, what writing? Once again, why do we have all these? Why do we have all these writers? I mean, you could take me and some other YouTuber and put match after match after match. Me, I would put thought. I would put process. I would put planning. I would put strategy into these matches and into these storylines and into the woman. And I don't know. It just, and this whole Matt Hardy Bray Wyatt thing, it's rubbing me wrong so far. It really is. And I know Matt Hardy, broken Matt Hardy, awoken Matt Hardy is capable of a heck of a lot better than this. So I got to give the first Raw, and this might be overrating it, 6 out of 10. And that might be too high, but only because that Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe match was epic. It was off the charts. The main event segment with Kane and Brock Lesnar, it could have been a little bit better, but it was okay. And the Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, I was expecting a little bit more, but it is what it is. And then, what about Jason Jordan? There was a couple things backstage tonight, but it wasn't like, oh, wow, look at that. I don't know. This has been your Raw review. Share and subscribe, your comments and your opinions. And I don't know, viewers, I was expecting a return or something big or something major. Instead, we got something pretty minor and mediocre and pretty predictable. You want something unpredictable, something you didn't see coming, something you didn't anticipate. But it is what, 6 out of 10. I could give it 6.5, but I'll go 6 out of 10, and that might be a little bit too much. More to come. Subscribe. We'll see how this video does, if it gets enough comments, likes, opinions. More to come. Stay tuned. Happy New Year. Once again from Sean's Video. Remember to refresh my YouTube channel multiple times a day, every single day, so you're always in the know on the top news, rumors, headlines, changes, and developments under the WWE roof. Subscribe.